Good morning, everybody. Welcome to, I haven't decided what day this should be called, but Monday with me, Madame Hex, on the Future of Drag channel. So today our topic was to discuss, basically, it's like an intro into like what kind of drag we do and things like that, and let's tell you a little bit more about us. So starting off, I am 16 years old. I am from Pace, Florida. If you can find that on a map, congratulations to you. Mild applause. It is in the panhandle of Florida, just in that area where it's cold enough to make it terrible, but hot enough to make it like you're sitting in an oven. It's terrible here. Don't ever come here, because you'll die. But, as I said, I'm 16 years old. I'm currently a sophomore in high school. I'm about to be a junior. I have been doing drag for about a year now. I am a drag mother of one of the girls on my other YouTube channel, which is Drag Weekly, which is a channel that has me, PMNA, Aubrey Monroe, and of course my drag daughter, Madame Hex, on it. You should go check that out. I'll have a link in the description box below. But, yeah, I'm a drag mother to her. I've been her drag mother for about 2 months now. She's a really sweet girl. I see so much talent and potential in her. We were all supposed to discuss, like, our ambitions in drag and things like that. Short-term ambitions right now really are just to improve my drag in general, like, create a giant, continuously grow my collection of things for drag, like shoes, wigs, purses, well, not really purses, because I don't ever use a purse, makeup, of course makeup, because I am a beauty makeup artist and a special effects makeup artist, which you will see if you go follow me on Instagram, at Nicholas Grimes, where that has my special effects work and my drag work and my beauty work. But yeah, I just hope to keep growing my drag closets. And I also hope to get a job soon. Summer's coming up and I'll be able to get a job, hopefully, and I'll be able to pay my power bill on this shop that I'm in. Another short-term goal is to make sure that I can keep like continuously posting on YouTube, because I've tried being a YouTube person in the past, but this hair is in my face. There, got it. But it's never really worked out. I would always like forget, or I would get sidetracked and I would never post. But I hope to be able to keep up with all my YouTube things. I now am on a total of 3 channels, which actually will hopefully help keep me in check and on schedule for posting, just because I know I have to have a video up one day and have another video up next day and the next day. Just on 3 different channels. And being able to film them all at once normally will help that, I'm sure. Let's see, what else? Long-term drag goals would be, of course, to get on RuPaul's Drag Race. I mean, who doesn't want to get on RuPaul's Drag Race? That's like, as it said, the Olympics of drag. What else? I want to eventually become like more like a supermodel type superstar in drag. Not really put out music or anything like that, but I want to go more towards like fashion and those kind of things. Just because I really, really like fashion. I think it's just one of those things that's like art, but you can create it. It's also one of those things that it can be changed completely and viewed completely differently than anything else. And I think that's really cool. What's another long-term drag goal? To be famous. I want to be famous. That's a good goal. Let's see, what's more about me that you want to know? Just like little tidbits and things. I've been doing makeup in total for about a year and a half now. Let's see. Either these or these are my favorite shoes at the moment. I like to call these my stripper heels because they're my bigger ones. These aren't really stripper heels, but they're still big for some people. I don't have a problem walking in heels. Ever since I was 3 years old and walking in my mother's 6-inch stiletto stripper heels, I've always known. I'd known I was different, and so is everyone else. It just took me finding out how to use makeup to discover I want to be a drag queen. But another little tidbit, I used to think drag queens were like very scary, and it was like something that I never thought I would do or ever want to do or ever like. I used to think it was so weird and like crazy and shit like that. And I always thought that drag queens always want to be women, no matter what. It was just about being, like, pretty and fishy. But then after looking at Tumblr for a while, I kept seeing, like, things from Vivacious. And this was back in when RuPaul Season 6 was first airing. People kept on posting things about Vivacious and, like, her costume and stuff. And people kept posting with Sharon Needles and things like that. So I was like, wow, this is actually kind of cool. And it was, like, amazed me that these were women. Like, I would not believe that these were women sometimes. Like, Sharon Needles, Courtney Act. Well, I believe that Willem was a man. But, I mean, besides that, like, I was seriously surprised by how some of these drag queens were so beautiful. And I've always had, like, really feminine qualities. I've always liked playing with makeup and playing with dresses. And I've always been artistic and things like that. I've always drawn. I've always painted. I've always sculpted. Always like being different. Sorry, I had to adjust my hair. So after that, I watched, like, the final 4 episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 6 one day, because it was on demand on my TV. And I just fell in love with it. I thought it was, like, so cool and entertaining. And so whenever they did that, like, rerun, because you know how they do, like, the rerun every 2, like, they run the season 3 or 4 times every year. And so on the second time around when they ran it, I got to actually watch it. And I fell in love with it, which that started my whole fascination, which I would watch every other season, which I've now seen every season except for the first one. Because I can't find the first 2 episodes of it. I don't want to start watching the rest of the episodes until I get through the first 3. But I'm happy that season 7 is finally around, because it's the first season, like, I don't know who the winner is. I don't know who goes home. So it'll be interesting to watch. Like, I'm actually really enjoying it a lot more than I did the other seasons, which I enjoyed the other seasons too. It's just, I already knew who won and things like that, so it wasn't like a shock who won. But what else? I think that's basically all you need to know about my drag persona. Oh yeah, the type of drag I do. I do a mix of, like, alternative, avant-garde, mixed with fishy, sort of. And sometimes I do spook, like, punk rock drag. Basically, the best way to describe me is if Milk, Raven, Sharon Needles, Raja, and Delta Work had a baby. Oh, and Darian Lake was the godmother. That would be me. And Bianca Del Rio was the ugly, mean grandfather. But that concludes everything for this week. Make sure to stay tuned this week for everything else. I don't know the girls' names. But I know that there's Mimi Nunn on this channel. The really pretty one from Altered Illusions. That was her. Who else is on? I think Maxie Rainbow is on. I'm not sure, though. Pia Monet is on. She posted yesterday, I believe. Who else is on? Aubrey Monroe is on. She is really pretty, too. So far, from all I've seen, she's really fishy. Fishy. I don't know the other people's names, because I don't pay attention to anyone but myself. Because I'm what? Vain! Bye! This concludes this episode of whatever the hell I'm calling this. I'm not calling it Manic Monday like everyone else seems to call their frickin' Monday channels. Because that's just a ripoff of Altered Illusions. Which I think Ivanka ripped that off of somewhere else first. But, oh well. I don't know what I'll call this day, but I'll figure it out next week. Bye!